So every year itself, with the new zodiac sign, it will kind of affect, the whole feng shui of our household, of our workplace, or like the place that we always goes to. Okay, so this year itself, good news for those where the main door is facing southeast. Okay, the zodiac sign, there's altogether 12 of them. So I'll be highlighting to you who are the front runner and who are the ones that probably have got to take note. Okay, but don't worry, the 12 zodiac sign rules approximately around like 15%. Yeah. So if I say that it's not good, don't despair. Okay. So, but use it as a precaution. Okay. So I'm going to start sharing screen one more time again. Who are the people of a tiger sign? So if you're a tiger this year, you share the same zodiac sign as Lady Gaga, Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio, Victoria Beckham, Robbie Williams, Marilyn Monroe, my God, and Queen Elizabeth. And you just see the handsome star down here. So he's like, he stars in Twilight. Yeah, so Edward, so they have got very strong tiger sign in their year itself. Okay, but what can the tiger sign, or what does it actually how does it affect us? It's actually purely based on this cycle. Like wood produces fire people will help earth people will help metal people will help water people, and water people would help wood people. So basically all this zodiac sign, they have got a element that is attached to them. For example, wood, tiger itself is actually a wood element, right? And so from the zodiac sign, not only your year have got the zodiac sign, in fact the month, the day, the hour, you have got different animal sign that is in your chart itself. So normally for year itself, it rules our social circles, your network, followers, and friends. So the month itself, what does it encompass? It actually tells us about our bosses, our colleagues, career, our family, sisters, brother, or father, or parents. Okay, so the day itself would determine the relationship and our spouse. And the hour, usually it would say the dreams, desire, investment, and children. Okay, so without much further ado, so tiger, is the emperor for this year. So whenever we say that it's like the duke arrival, what does that mean? It means that this year the boss is tiger. Okay, so if you're the friends of tiger, fantastic, you will be able to benefit from the year influences. So this year itself, you have got a tiger, the intelligent star. So this year you are the emperor. People look up to you for decision making. People comes to you for advice. Okay, so but if you're not in an advisory role, it will not activate this star. Okay, so but the thing is that tiger and tiger, what happens? So if you're a tiger and this year the emperor is tiger, how do we have two tiger in the same household, right? And so what happened is that no matter what is it, the emperor is still have whole seniority. So what happens? That means this year there might be disputes with your bosses, with the senior people around you, maybe your seniority, like maybe your parents and stuff. So, but the seniority bosses and people are definitely on a, how should I put it? It's on a more advantage position than you. So we have got to be a little bit more humble, and just to avoid conflicts, because there's sword age, there's hidden corpse, so all these elements are petty fights. Okay, petty fights, and then things would start to deteriorate if we were to go on to any disagreement or argument. Yeah, so take care of your health this year, our tiger friends. Okay, and so the tiger itself, this is a year where either you are in the like a good position, like if you were to be the bosses of the year, the bosses of the year, or I mean, sorry, if you are the bosses of the company, this is a very good year for you to be in charge. All right. So take note of, activate this star. Otherwise, even the good luck comes to you, you know, 0 times 0 equals to 0. Okay. So the lucky colors, would be blue, gray, and orange. And 134 will be your lucky number. So ox. Last year is the ox year. So this year itself, ox will be able to enjoy the rich matchmaker star. So which means that this year itself, right, you will meet the love of your life. Okay, so if you're single, this year is the year where you need to go out there and be and like just use your charm to attract people into your life. All right. And so, but the thing is that if you are already married, please be careful of extramarital affairs, okay? But you can channel this rich matchmaker star into your career. That is to attract more people to come into your life. Okay, so there is like golden carriage. This is a money star. So this year is fantastic year for you to make that money. Okay, and heavenly doctor. So if you have got some illnesses or there's pregnancy, this year you can meet very, very good doctors. Okay, so because there's this encompass this illness star, so probably it will be from last year. So this year, reach out to doctors, you'll be able to meet the good ones. Okay, so lonesome star, why is it contradicting to the rich matchmaker star that we mentioned earlier? For ox itself, they encompass a lonesome star in their chart already. Okay, so if you were to stay at home and not go out to meet people, you will not be able to activate the rich matchmaker star. In Chinese, we call it Hong Ruan, Hong Ruan Xing Dong. So it's an element where you can meet the right one. But if you always stay at home, how are you going to meet the right one, right? So make sure that, you get rid of this, lonesome feeling that you want to stay at home, is go out there and meet people. Okay, so do not lend money to people. Investments wise, have got to be very, very careful. Okay, so thank God you have got the golden lock, right? So this year itself you'll still be able to invest in real estate, but make sure check the past transaction history to make sure that you're not buying above valuation. Okay, so look out for the undervalued property in order to avoid this. Okay, so the lucky numbers will be 1 and 4. What yellow and green will be good for you this year? So the next one, red. Red is considered as a cherry blossom star, in the eyes of Chinese astrology. Okay, so it's a fantastic year for you to build new skill sets, build new relationship, and definitely a money-making year. Okay, but we have got to avoid going to funerals. And there's this goat blade in Chinese is called Yang Ren. This would mean like there will be influences where we feel exceptionally stubborn. So so normally if let's say we have got this Yang Ren, this goat blade in our natal birth chart, is not fantastic. That means this guy will be probably a little bit more stubborn, a little bit more how should I put it, would be more you insist on certain stuff and you do not want to change your mind, and that will spoil the harmony in the family. All right, so just take note, do not insist on something. Always listen out to your family members or your colleagues. Okay, there's this calamity star. So what is this? So that means when you travel, please make sure that there's no natural disaster. I will check the weather. Or for now is check the COVID, right? Check the COVID of the countries that you are traveling to, because you're more prone to getting illnesses, or getting injured, when you travel. Okay, so all right, so lucky stars, lucky numbers will be 2 and 3, blue, gold, and green. This is your color to use this year. But as I mentioned, this zodiac sign is like just one word out of our 8 words, right? So what is the actual color that is the best for you? We still need to have a look at your whole natal chart. Okay, we have got to check out what is your the whole BaZi chart that you have in your life. Okay, so this one is just purely based on the zodiac sign itself. So rabbit itself, you have got like beautiful, sunshine, vitality, so this is something that is good. So let's come to rabbit. When you have the sun in your chart, congratulations, because it's like the sun rises. There's so much clarity in your life. May it be career, love life, if you're like handling issues, this is the year where you can find solutions. Okay, there's nobleman, there's 天一贵人, heavenly E star. So these are fantastic stuff for problem solving. And when you meet people, they are likely to give you the business. And this is a good year that you can look for property, because it's a year where you have so many noblemen. You'll meet a good agent, probably from PropertyAccess, and then you'll be able to like meet up with like the right seller, all the right buyers. Okay, so all the best for rabbit. So there's a little bit of the negative part, that is the sortie-pool. Sortie-pool is not right there. It's not like the red matchmaker stuff. This is like more of a external opposite sex interference into your life that will disrupt you, that will make you confused. Okay, so this year for rabbit itself is not really you have to choose your partners very, very carefully. Okay, so normally how do we do the match? We use 2 date of birth to see whether do they really, really match with each other. So we are born with a certain personality. That's something that we might not be able to change, and I always believe that, when we match the compatibility of 2 person well, you can just be probably yourself if you were to meet the person who just, supplement you. Okay, so maybe in your chart itself, you have got like maybe 60% of water, maybe born in winter. You will need like a fire person to come into your life to warm you up. Okay, and so it's all about the balance in our chart itself. So 3, 4, 6 are good numbers for you, and the lucky colors will be pink, red, purple, and blue. Okay, and the other one, let's come to dragon. All right, dragon. In the Chinese astrology, it actually rules earth element. So earth element itself, this year is tiger. So what is tiger? Tiger is wood, right? Do you still remember what I mentioned to you earlier? So this wood itself will grow on earth, will grow on the soil. So dragon will be a little bit probably is like an accident prone year. There's offending star, so we don't offend people. There's carelessness that result in losing money, sky cry, separating age, So this year it might be a year probably like maybe your spouse might be posted overseas, or you have to leave the countries. Sky cry, how do we avoid it? That means you might be crying more this year. But the thing is that if we were to be able, to ward off all this, like accident prone, we can do induced bleeding, we can do checkups, we can do blood tests, so that we bleed, so that to reduce the accidents, right? And sky cry, never mind, you can just watch some Korean drama, to make yourself a little bit more emotional and cry it out, okay, to ward off, this kind of influences this year. Okay, so 167 is good for you. Gold, silver, grayish, white is good as well. Right, the snake this year. Fantastic. 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐻, definitely good year to invest in real estate. Or selling off your property and change into probably a bigger house. So 𝐏𝐻 is actually an element where it will increase the value of your property. Okay. And the moon means that a female counterpart will be able to come into your life and help you with your career and in all aspects of your life. So which means your wife, your sisters, your aunties, these are the people that might be able to bring you luck. And Taiji nobleman, Taiji 贵人 is actually an element that involves some mystical, mysterious kind of studies, which is like religion, Feng Shui, Chinese astrology. So probably, for the snake people, this explains why you are here. So you're more intrigued by something which is non-natural, so this year itself, you can actually pursue a religious career or do charity work, organize charity events to bring awareness to your company. Okay. So there's solitary stars, so take care of your immune system. Piercing road, make sure that, there's no unsmart investment. Careful, you got to make sure that, you invest wisely. Okay. And then there's this hook spirit. So these are basically like, we don't offend people without knowing it. Okay. Because as I said, tiger this year is like a naughty year where this tiger is a little bit, it will create a little bit of issues here and there inevitably. Okay. So you'll just have to be exceptionally careful and make sure that your work is all done. You're protected, protect yourself against any disputes or discrepancy. Yeah. So please take note of. Okay. So the element itself, that is numbers that is good for you will be 2, 8, and 9. Okay, so these are the these are the colors that is fantastic for you. So horse, fantastic. What happened is that horse itself is actually an element that is the same as the tiger. So basically, it's the team. Okay, so what does this mean? That means so for this itself, basically you are the best friends of the emperor. And who is the emperor? The tiger. Okay, so this year itself, congratulations, you have got four auspicious star. So you got golden law, imperial advisor, 3 stages, and general star. So let me go backwards. General star is an element where you can command people. So if you are bosses or you're team lead, you lead the branch, you are a relationship manager, have sales team under you, this is fantastic for you because this is the year where you will be able to lead the soldier and attain new heights, and they are willing to listen to you. Okay, so what is 3 stages? That means it rise through the rank. It's fantastic, because emperor tiger is your best friend, so you will be able to reach out to them easier, and that means you'll be able to reach out like to noble people. Okay, imperial advisor, there will be like good people advising you like how can you go about your career. Okay, so the golden lock itself is also a money star. So this year is a year where you have got to make sure that you put in your 100% effort and do not take too many holidays. Okay, but the thing is that horse and tiger actually combine to become fire. So you also need to check your chart to see whether this combination does it help you or it will destroy you. Okay, so please take note. All right, because as I said, zodiac sign is only about like 12.5% to 15% of our whole chart. Okay, so what is this 5 goals? So you'll be probably like a little bit more sensitive and feel like there's like something which is around us. Okay, so avoid dark places, avoid funerals as well. Okay, so 237 are the lucky numbers, and lucky colors are green and yellow. Wow, so for God itself, you have got beautiful stars, which is the sky happiness, national treasure, monthly virtue, and the yellow flag. So what is all this? Sky happiness, sometimes if you have got sky happiness in your chart itself, you'll always be happy. You'll always have happy stuff coming into your life. Okay, so what happened is that, sky happiness, if you do not have that in your chart, it's all right. You have that for the whole year. Okay, so you will encounter happy things, in the whole of this year. Okay, and what is national treasure? National treasure is an element where you can have the seal, because all this Chinese astrology actually originated 1,000 years ago. So last time when you have the seal from the emperor, what happened? You have a passport to everywhere. Okay, so how to activate this? You got to be out there, be seen, go out there, meet people. Okay, you'll be able to meet people to activate this star. Okay, so monthly virtue, this is like if you were to encounter any issues, there will be still benefactor helping you out. And it's just that the yellow flag, what does that mean? That means it's like, in the old ancient time, how do they notify that the enemy is coming? So usually they have got this yellow flag. So they will wave it at the fortress and to notify that, the enemy is coming. Okay, so this year itself, there's this little star that might means that, hey, there can be a little bit of issues or trouble. Okay, so make sure that, all your contractual work, you are protected, and be triple careful with whatever that you have got to deal with. Okay, so there can be a little bit of obstacles this year, but it's all right. So there can be a little bit of competitions. So do not start any risky business. Okay, so do charity work or donate blood, which can transform your luck. So numbers 2, 7, brown, red, and purple is your lucky color. Okay, so the next one is monkey. Monkey this year itself is very unique. This is the only, it's very rare that animal sign that clash with the emperor can still benefit from going against the emperor. This would explains because monkey eats metal. And this year, tiger is actually a wood. So the monkey just simply chop the wood down. Okay, so you will win the emperor this year. Okay, so unlike tiger, remember, tiger, you got to take a back seat. Whereas monkey, you can just go full on. But please be careful and to avoid any conflicts and disputes, okay? Because this clash, although you win the emperor, but the thing is the emperor is still, he wouldn't be happy that, you win them. Okay, so just make sure that you do not offend anybody in the process of like striving to your destination. So you got sky horse, you can do business overseas, and you can reach out to foreigner clients. So, and 8 seats when you have got this star, it means that you have got to engage a lot of your social media, a lot of your Instagram, TikTok, Facebook to do your marketing. Okay, so this is a star where people can actually turn it into money, okay, using social media platforms. All right, so you got a lot of relief star, fantastic, so things can help you to mitigate situations. All right, so what is the academy? The academy is an element where it will help you to improve your studies. So if you have got a monkey child, not monkey child, the zodiac is monkey this year, they can do well. Yeah, so this year itself you can meet like good teachers to help your children to progress. Okay, but the negative side, as I mentioned, because it clashes with the tiger emperor, it is opposite. So this can bring decrease in your resource, including money. So you might feel that it's not enough return for the work that you put in. So it is not a year really to like compete with people. So you just need to be very patient and try to keep a harmonious relationship with the people. Okay, this is super important. Yeah, okay, because this is not the cherry blossom category. This is an element where really things can happen. So just be exceptionally careful. 4 and 9 is good for you. Okay, so white, blue, and gold are very good colors as well. Rooster. Oh, congratulations, Rooster. This is one of the good star in the year of 2022. So do you remember just now, we mentioned like the dragon, is not having a good time this year. But if you were to find a rooster counterpart, a rooster partners, you will be able to, manifest and, take advantage of the combination. Okay, so go around and look for your rooster buddies. Okay, because this rooster is fantastic. This year you have got emperor leadership role, you got a dragon virtue, so it's a problem solving star, and you got heavenly chef. So this year there's a lot of social functions, a lot of events that you'll be invited to probably you can use these events to mingle, socialize, network, and bring your career to a new height. Okay, that you'll be able to meet good people as well from there. So long the dragon virtue is super auspicious. Yeah, so things will go your way. Helpful people will show up at the right time. So you will enjoy good money luck. All right. So I hope that, in this room, there's a lot of rooster. Yeah. Okay. So 5, 7, 8, good for you. Gold, brown, and yellow is good for you as well. So the dog itself, you have this elegant seal. So this year, you have got to make sure that, you concentrate into the creativity field of your career. So if you are in fashion line, it's fantastic. So there's a little bit of things that we have to take note of, which is the white tiger. So what is white tiger? This year is not lucky for long distance travel. Watch out for accidents, illness, and relationship issues. Okay, you see here, I got to so sorry that I've got to repeat so many times. You got to avoid arguments or fighting with other people. Okay, because this here is a tiger, they can be more aggressive animals. So do not let this element, do not. So we have to be mindful of ourselves that we do not get agitated and fight with people. Okay, so 349, green, red, purple is good for you. So let's go to the pig. This year, pig is one of the good luck as well, because you're the ultimate match with the zodiac sign. So pig and tiger, they are the ultimate match. You'll be probably asking me like, why? What is that? How can a pig and tiger be good friends? So as I said, this Chinese astrology using all this zodiac sign, all the animals are purely algebra of Feng Shui and BaZi. So you would need to learn to decode what is a pig. Pig is actually a young water, and then what is a tiger is a young wood. So the both of them can actually complement each other. All right. So use a lot of 258, yellow, gray, brown, gold. All right. So before I move further, all right. So there can be like, like for zodiac sign itself, very much importantly, we got to see, are you in the same team with your colleagues, your husband, your wife, your children? So a lot of times conflicts happens when we are not in the same team. Okay. So apart from knowing like what stars, is in store for you this year, I'm going to share with you a little bit more to see how do we tell what is the compatibility team. Okay. So in Chinese astrology itself, when we come across like tiger, let's start off with tiger. Who are your friends? Your friends will be people in, like for example, horse and dog. So these are your friends element. Okay. So if you were to find somebody of this element, you'll find that you can bounce off ideas a lot more. You can help each other. The synergy is fantastic. The chemistry is fantastic. You don't like really go against each other. However, and what I mentioned earlier as well, this combination combines to become fire. You got to find out this combination. Do you need fire in your chart? So if you don't need fire in your chart, this combination may not be good for you this year. Okay. So which later, for the balance of the 15 minutes, I will be going through with you how to see whether what do you need and what do you not need. Okay. So and another team, like their best friends, there can be element of monkey, rat, and dragon. So these are good friends. Okay. And the other element would be rabbit, pig, and also goat. So this element are good friends as well. So basically, out of the 12 zodiac sign, there we actually team them up into groups of 3 and 4 groups of 3. And then the last group would be snake, rooster, and cow. Okay, so these are the element where they will usually gel a little bit better. Okay, so regardless of whatever element that you are in, these people are the element where the chemistry or the attractiveness, can be present. Okay, so in the olden days, you will hear people like, oh, if you're of a dog element, please don't marry a dragon husband, or if you're a rat, please don't marry a horse woman. It will clash. So these are all because each individual zodiac sign have got a certain element that is encompassed with the animal sign. So basically, animal sign is just the algebra to represent this ancient element. Okay, right. So I hope that you'll be able to understand like, oh, actually all the zodiac sign are just they have got different element which is attached to them. So basically when we talk about the year of, let's say, like just now, one of the best star, it is like pig and rooster. So they are actually, what are they? They are actually like water and also metal sign. Okay, so we have to very much find out what other element do you have in your own chart. This day master that I'm going to talk about later, is the element which determine our chart about at least 50 to 55%.